It's been more than 25 years since Jose Gonzales was killed in front of his 16-year-old son during a robbery after two masked men broke into the camper they were living in the Oakhurst area and demanded money. Those two robbers have never been caught. That's why we're happy to bring back Ed Jackson of the Tulsa County Sheriff's Office Cold Case Task Force to talk through this case. Ed, welcome back.
Thank you. It's nice to be here again.
Love to have you. Let's just start, take me through what we know about this case.
Well, this is somewhat unique. It happens to be two crimes at two different locations in two different counties. Now, Jose Gonzales and his 16-year-old son lived in a pickup camper beside an old mobile home that they had rented and were in the process of rehabbing. Their landlord lived several blocks away. On January the 8th, 1997, a brutally cold night, very deep snow still coming down, two masked and armed men, one black and one white, rushed into the landlord's house through the front door. They immediately went to him, threatening, hitting, punching, demanding money. He was telling them that he had no money, and they threatened to kill his wife. As a matter of fact, one of them held a pistol to her head for several seconds. He still said, "I have no money here." And that's when the more violent of the two came over, knocked him to the floor, grabbed a knife, and cut his throat. Fortunately, the knife was dull. It didn't go very deep. It produced a lot of blood, and I'm sure a lot of pain and a lot of shock. But at that time, the two masked men left the house, stole the landlord's pickup from the front yard, and drove over to the camper trailer that Gonzales was living in. They rushed through that front door. Mr. Gonzales was on the bottom bunk in the camper. His 16-year-old son was on the top bunk. They went to Gonzales and, like before, threatened, punched, intimidated, demanding money. Well, Mr. Gonzales spoke some English, but not very well. His son spoke no English at all. So I'm sure the son was totally confused. He had no idea what was happening, what was being said, and I'm sure going into shock. Mr. Gonzales was telling him he had no money, and again, the more violent of the two pulled out a pistol and shot Mr. Gonzales several times, killing him. He then looked into his pocket, got his wallet, and had the few dollars, took the few dollars that was there, and left in the picket that they had stolen.
Is there a suspect?
We do have a suspect. As a matter of fact, he's a good suspect. Unfortunately, knowing and proving are two different things. We don't have the solid evidence it takes to obtain a prosecution. Now, I know it's out there. A lot of people know about it because among the personality traits of the suspects is he likes to brag about his depredations. After all, what fun is it if you're the only one that knows you did it? But those people that know have not come forward. And of course, it's been 25 years since this happened. Now, I know a lot of people think that cold cases are just sitting on a shelf somewhere. But really, we investigators never give up on them. It's just a matter of there being so many. Right now in Oklahoma, there are 1,000 cold homicide cases, and precious few of us looking for solutions. We need help. All we can do is what the people that know help us do.
Exactly right. There are people out there that know exactly right, have this information. They need you guys to come forward. So if you have any information that could help investigators solve this case of Jose Gonzales, call the Tulsa County Cold Case Task Force at their tip line. That number is going to be 918-596-8836. Thank you, Ed.
Thank you.